What is up, overkillers, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today I'm going to show you probably the best operational flight plan tool that I have seen yet for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Stick around and we'll talk about why. If you are interested in acquiring any of my overkills tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, or simply interested in supporting the channel, please consider joining us on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future releases that come down the road. Patreon link can be found in the description below.
Overkill simulations, watch us as we fly. Overkill simulations, thrill will never die.
All right, guys, so let's start talking about some of the tools that we have had in the past. We've had multiple different add-ons that allow you to import the operational flight plan into the sim. You know, things that will give you the ability to see it inside the sim or on a tablet or on your phone, whatever it may be. And they've all been great, but they break down the Lido operational flight plan just as you would normally see it, right? So, excuse me. This one does things a bit different and makes things very, very easy to navigate around. It makes it very, very easy to find some of the more critical information without having to scroll up and down and worry about all that jazz. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. So first, let's take a look at the website. So here is the SoFly Ops Brief Viewer Pro. It was $5. I mean, whatever that breaks down to US. You know, I bought it, by the way. This was not given to me. I just bought it. You do need to have SimBrief in order to make use of this. Keep in mind, guys, SimBrief itself is free. If you want the most current navigation data, that's when you have to buy the Navigraph subscription. But to use SimBrief, it is free. You just may not get the latest AirRack information, okay? So you guys can sort of see here what it does. Okay, I'll let you guys just sort of pause and take a look at the feature list here and what it does. You know, feel free to do so. There really isn't much to it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So all it is a simple download, and you drop it into your community folder, restart the sim, and you get this. All right, guys. So now we're going to walk through how I would use this to quickly enter my flight plan. Now, I know that you can import flight plans and all that information into the FMC and MCDU, or FMS and MCDU. I like to do it manually. It's more fun for me as a simulation experience to sort of just, you know, push all the buttons and program everything myself and have it work, right? So that's what I'm going to show you guys real quick. And we can get 90% of everything we need from the general information. So let's select the FMC, clear the GPS primary, fetch the OFP, general info, and we're going to grab just about everything from here. So we're going to start with initialization A, and we are going from KTUS to KLAX. So KTUS/KLAX. Drop that in. Return. Flight number, we are American Airlines 4312, AAL 4312. Cost index 60. Cruise altitude and flight temp. So here's what we want first. So first we want our cruise altitude, which is flight level 380, but we also want that temp that we were talking about earlier. So we're going to go back to weather, find our top of climb temp, negative 54 degrees Celsius. So in here we're going to do 380/-54. Is that what it was? Yep. Drop that in. There we got that. Now let's go over to our flight plan page, and let's start with the rest of that. So let's go back to the general info tab. We have everything right here. This is really slick. It's really cleanly done. KTUS, set our departure, runway 12, looking for the Burrow 5 with the Gila Bend transition. Just like we're seeing here, Burrow 5, Gila Bend, from Gila Bend jumping on the J104. So we're going to insert. These are all part of the Gila Bend transition, so we're going to step on down. I always go the right way. Yeah, I did. Hey, cool. Find the Gila Bend. Go to Airways. Find the J104. There it is. And we're jumping off the J104 at Wolverine. So it's going to be, this is, I need to update the guide with the new flight plan because that is a new waypoint, a part of this route since the last time I flew it. All right, so there's the Wolverine, and we're going to go insert. All right, and now we're going to come down again. There's Wolverine. Now you can do this a couple different ways. What we're going to do next waypoint is going to be Eastwood. And actually, I bet not. Let's cancel that. Bet I can just use it as part of the arrival. Let's go back to flight plan, clear that. Let's go find LAX. Now we don't want the white one, we want the green one. There it is, KLAX, arrival. And we're expecting what? 24 right here. So let's find the ILS 24 right. And we're coming in on the Hollywood 1. There it is, Hollywood 1. And there's this is how we're exiting the star. So we're going to throw that in there. And then Eastwood, there it is, the transition onto the star. So hit insert, and that should be it. Unless there's a discontinuity. Sometimes, yep, there it is. So we're just going to copy that. I think that's what I wanted. If not, we'll just delete the discon. Yep. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly how we want it, according to our route here. So, that particular scenario, we could just delete the discon. Okay? So, everything that we needed here was here, right? So, we can go over to the next page to initialization A, 0 fuel weight. So, fuel, we need our block fuel. Let's go over to our payload. Block fuel is 1069. We're just going to put 10.7. Okay, 0 fuel weight. Now that we have fueled the aircraft, let's give that a second. Drops that in there. Let's see if it even matches. So 0 fuel weight should be in here. 121.8. Now, I don't know if this is in tons or pounds, so I believe that's in tons. So we're going to leave that alone for right now. And even that number wouldn't add up very right. But here, we'll do 121.9. 0.9 is our 0 fuel weight. And we're just going to leave that as that, like that. Drop it in. Boom, there's the new numbers. So take that directly from the flight plan. In SimBrief, there is an ability when you select the A320N for NEO. To the right of it, there's a profile option. And usually you'll say default. Okay, so you'll have the aircraft selection. You hit A320N. And then to the right of that, there will be a profile selection that says default. If you hit that drop down, there's a button that says, or there's a selection that says fly-by-wire all configurations. Okay, so that's what we use to create this, which is why I'm editing the number. Okay, otherwise, and even then, usually I leave it. I mean, it's really up to you. It doesn't usually affect anything particularly much. Okay, and that's it for loading everything up. I think the only other thing that we would need, because the nice thing about this is that when you change the 0 fuel weight, right? So if we go back to that previous page, go back to initialization, go back to initialization B. When you change this, you've added the cargo. Okay, 0 fuel weight is exactly what it sounds like. It is the weight of the aircraft with 0 fuel. Okay, so the only thing that we need to do is if we go back to MCD menu, it's been a while. Is it ATSU? AOC. That's weather. Oh, actually, what we'll do is come over here. Alt 6. The only other thing that we would do is need to set the fuel in the aircraft, right? So we can come here to ground services. And let's see here, 0 fuel weight. There it is right there. Okay, 121.851. We did 121.9. So let's see here, begin boarding. 0 fuel weight, center of gravity. Gross weight. Oh, wait, we want 0 fuel weight. Boarding time. Let's go to, where's our fuel page? That's what I was looking for, the fuel page. There we go. And they did the same thing, 10.7. So it actually already took it. Or we could pull it from SimBrief, or we could do fuel the aircraft. Boom, there she is. Okay, so we're ready to go. I don't think it keeps, yeah, okay, it doesn't keep going. So that's it. So now the aircraft and MCD are basically done. You would hit in, obviously, you still need to hit the takeoff configuration, set your flaps in the MCDU. But this thing really makes it really nice. The tablet is great, right? The electronic flight bag. This is great. But you still have to do things like, okay, you'd enter in something, then you go back, and you'd enter, right? Because I don't think they've moved the tablet yet to where you can, like some of the aircraft, I can't remember which one I saw. It was actually really slick. You could actually move the EFB. But in this aircraft, I don't think you can. Maybe it's a 777. I think it's a 777. Yes, it's a 777. You can move the EFB around so that way you can have it. So this is a really slick tool, and this works great for any of the aircraft, you know. And what I'm really impressed with this one about specifically is the layout, how easily everything is. You can either have the whole thing like we're used to seeing, or you can break it down into what specific information. This general information tab, you guys saw it. You have just about everything you need on this front tab. Okay, so anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope this is a cool tool. A link to this will be down in the description below. I want to remind you guys on this one, I bought it myself. I saw it, thought it was neat. I really liked the layout and figured I'd share it with you guys. As always, folks, stay safe and healthy. I'll see you in the next one.